Well, hello. Yeah, another pizza. I want to welcome in new subscribers. I realize that some people will only be interested in watching about the pizza that they like to eat. I've done a pepperoni, haven't I? Yeah, I have. I've done a Canadian bacon. Well, this is one of my favorites. It's sausage and mushroom, but you know it's always going to be a supreme because I can make it that way with just throwing a few vegetables and some mushrooms on there. Of course, I thawed my mushrooms. I'm using 8 rolls this time. Oh yeah, you got to be careful. It has a little bit of condensation on it, but inside they're perfectly good. Just really sweaty. This is about $1 worth of dough. So I believe my pizza, I will have the end cost in my description below, but I believe it's going to be under $2. I've got my sauce that I made in advance and froze. I've been thawing. Yeah, I have to end up thawing both. See? Because it kind of gets stuck together. So this time when I take one out, if I have one to put back in, I'm going to separate them so they don't get stuck together. It makes it harder because it takes longer to wait for things to thaw. See? So it's all right now, but if we don't use all that tonight, then I'm going to put that in its own little case. All these things I do, most of them are done with leftovers. Just like I say with Mexican food, Italian food the same way. It's what's left over in the refrigerator. I like to throw down all the olive oil. I love the flavor. Little bit of cornmeal, a little bit of olive oil. I know some people put olive oil on the top of their crust, but I like my crust to be slightly doughy. I just want to sprinkle it in. Sometimes I get a little carried away. Oh yeah, I actually crave like cornbread and cornmeal. Now I was going to tell you, you could literally lay down thawed rolls all in there and kind of smash them into place, and it would be easier to pull it apart, you know. But that's not what I'm going for here today. I'm going to do something on that though in the future, showing you how you can make all kinds of stuff with these rolls. You don't have to do a whole lot of prep with them or messing with the dough. You just put them in straight up as they are. We're going to make some neat sandwiches and things, but for today we're just going to make a righteous pizza. This is more of a large. Got the 8 rolls instead of doing the 6. And I'm doing it in a square pan versus the little, I think I got an 8-inch I usually do a deep dish in. But this should be just perfect. I think it should be. I just like to make sure I get it all even. Try to get it as even as possible, especially in the middle, and then I'm just going to work it into the sides. like to take and put fennel into the edges. I kind of smooth out the pizza as I go at this point. But I like to put this, I like it to have a little bit of flavor at the edges. Then I start working in a little bit of garlic around the edges. Do you want your edges to be boring? I always say no. I want the whole thing to have a wonderful flavor from start to finish. My pizza sauce is still kind of icy. It's fine. I just like to break it up a little bit so that I can just kind of pour it out and not have to break it up with my hands so much. It can be really messy. Just kind of spread it out. I have a chunky sauce that I make. I just make it out of canned sauce actually. I just jazz it up a bit. So I'm just going to kind of push it with this spoon. So it gets, I like it to be all the way to the edge of the crust. Now, these came from my indoor garden, and I like to have a little bit of fresh tomato on there. It makes the pizza taste juicy. Now I put out about 2 ounces of mozzarella. And you know, I work the crust up a little bit more just by spreading this out here. Now this is only a half of a link of hot Italian sausage. I cut it up, which is more than you need really. Then I have a fourth a can of my canned mushrooms. I like them to be bite-sized. So yeah, I like to cut them up in little pieces. So I get an equal distribution of flavor all around my pizza. I'm going to use jalapeno for my, instead of bell pepper. And to cut the heat down, all you have to do is take out the middle ring of seed and you're good to go. Let's see, I'm just using up the very end of my onion. I saved it just for this, you know, because rather than throw it out, I've really whittled away at it for a while. I'll just go ahead and end up slicing what I've got there off and having a little bit of fresh onion on top of my pizza as well. And I'm just gonna crumble. It really does crumble easily. Someone had frozen this Parmesan. I wouldn't do that. But if you get frozen Parmesan, it crumbles so easily to put on top of spaghetti or to put on top of, see, it just powders basically in my hand. And that's really a hand-tossed pizza. I just want to push it again a little bit, you know. It's not going to be perfectly square, I don't think, but we got it as close as possible there. And it looks very healthy. Oh, I don't know about healthy. I mean, it looks like, you know, meaty. That too. Now, we all know I couldn't have a pizza without the red pepper on top. Just a tad. I like to sprinkle some basil. And we're going to toss that puppy in the oven for 25 minutes. Okay, it was actually 27 minutes. So we're going to let it sit for a couple of minutes just to settle and everything. Then we're going to cut it, slice it a little, and take a look at it. I'm really missing the color on the top. You know, usually I put the tomato on the top. But yeah, I liked it so much when I went to a pizzeria not too long ago. when they had it right under the cheese, it just made it just pop. So let's see what it looks like here in a couple minutes. Alrighty then, let's make sure we don't have a lot of sticking anywhere. Hopefully not. Oh yeah, that's nice. That little bit of olive oil that we put on the bottom, it just works wonders. Because see, it's not sticking at all. Can you see that? Can you see the crust there? I don't know if you can. But we're going to cut it. I like it. I like the way it looks. I'm never happy about scorching my cheese. Plates. I didn't want to let go, but I want to show you the bottom. I guess I should show you on my plate. Before I eat it, I just wanted to show you. See, it gives it a nice bottom. Oh, don't want to lose our pepper there. So, I'm still missing the red. I really do. I miss the red of the tomato. Oh, let's see how the... Yeah. I don't see much red in there, though. It's kind of depressing. Now, this is a deep dish. I didn't make this a crispy crust, but it's got a little bit of a crisp to it. Now, I did save my leftover tomato spaghetti sauce to where if I didn't think I had enough, which I may not have enough sauce on here, but I'd rather go under than over, I'm just going to dip it in the sauce. Okay, let's try it. That has excellent flavor. I don't think I'm going to add any more tomato sauce. Perfect. It's up to you. If you like a really saucy pizza, this one's perfect. Perfect. You know, that really has excellent flavor. It has excellent texture. I'm really happy with it. See my edges? So, that's all I really had for you, and For under $2, especially during this holiday season, it's an easy thing to throw together, and dinner is served in no time. You guys have yourselves a lovely day and a wonderful holiday season. And I'll be talking to you later. Bye.